All right, so without any further ado, I'll make this a little quick. It's time for me to dive into the next panel discussion. And I would request anybody who's outside and can listen and can hear my voice to please come in and join us for the next session. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the next session. A kind request to all the beautiful people outside to come in and join us. Maximum impact. So how can you really leverage the digital PR for maximum impact? And to talk on that, we have with us in-house Anju Williams, Head of Marketing and PR, ST Telemedia, Global Data Center, India. So please give it up for Anju Williams. Huge round of applause. So once again, please give it up for Anju Williams. Thank you so much for joining us, ma'am. Joining Anju Williams, we have with us Gulrez Alam, co-founder, Teamology. So I would request Mr. Gulrez Alam to please join us on stage. Welcome on board, sir. Joining both of them, we have the business director and partner, Mavericks, Mitali Prakash. So please give it up for Mitali Prakash. And now, to conduct this session and to lead the chair, I would request all of you to please put your hands together for Jyotsna Dash, AVP Corporate Communications, DS Group. Huge round of applause for Jyotsna Dash. Also, joining all of them, I would request Mr. Rahul Kashyap, COO, PRProfessionals, to please come up on stage. Huge round of applause for Rahul Kashyap. Welcome on board, sir. And the subject is leveraging digital PR for maximum impact. I'll let you do the job. Just please, once again, a kind reminder to take care of the time buzzer. As soon as it rings, please wrap it up as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Atan. And I think she's already done a good round of introduction. But I must say that it's a very thought-through panel that we have. So you have Anju, who's going to be part of the data centers. So she's the one who's keeping all of us connected. Then you have somebody who heads digital PR, which is Gulrez. Then you have integrated marketing, communications, tools. She's been building brands, etc. That's Mitali. And then you have an integrated PR agency, head here, which is Rahul. So it's a great mix that you have. Unfortunately, we had another, Prasun was supposed to join us, and he's not here. So quickly, what we'll do is, while we'll engage with all of you, I see a lot of people outside, actually they're networking. I think we should get all of them in. If there's anybody who can call them in. I'll be on it later. Yeah. So basically what we'll do is a lot of people here prior to us, be it Ritika, be it Shagun in the earlier sessions have already talked about digital PR. How is it that it's evolving? How is it that it has come about? And obviously you can't do without digital PR is what they've clearly mentioned. But we've come a long way because public relations at some point in time was about managing communication between the organization and the audiences. Cut to today, it's a lot to do with, I think the PR dynamics have changed and the entire digital marketing landscape is integrated into the PR communication that is there. And digital PR has obviously emerged as a very reliable, tactical tool to be used not only to build your brand but also to promote your brand. So how is it that we use, what are the benefits that are there, and how is it that we're going to use the platform where you're going to keep your audiences engaged. The most important thing is to first identify the right audiences and how do you keep them engaged to have a direct impact on your brand. So I'll have the teams basically go ahead and do the conversations that are there. But typically to say digital PR is more to do with traffic, about engagement, about revenue, about conversions that are there. So how is it that you build your brand identity? How do you boost your business reputation? how do you do lead generation, SEO enablement, you know, so paid PR, organic PR, all of that needs to be woven in, is a part of it. And you know, you have, at a time when you have, you know, snacking habits that we have, you know, every 15-20 minutes you will be constantly looking at your phone to see whether you've missed out on anything. How many of you are doing that right now? I'm sure a lot of you would be. Yeah, so you're always trying to keep abreast with what is happening with the latest. So that bit also needs to be channelized and it has to be integrated. So these marketing techniques need to be integrated into the PR strategy so that you have maximum mileage that you can have for your clients or for brands and businesses that are there. Relationship building with bloggers, with communities, with influencers. How do you use that as a credible tool? And today you have tools, CRM tools are there to manage these, as long as you automate it and then ensure that you have the right content going out. So without taking too much time, I'll let Anju do the talking when it comes to basically how is it that she is going to go ahead and engage or expand reach and targeting specific audiences.
Sure.
Over to you, Anju.
Sure. Thank you, Jyotsna. So, see, essentially with STT GDC India, you know, having 21 data centers, right? So for us, you know, PR is not a standalone strategy, right? PR is an integral part of the integrated marketing plan, right? And it goes and being very location specific in our approach to reach out to our you know, the right party contacts, if I may call it, right? Making it very, very relevant, right? Whatever we are talking, you know, the right people should be able to absorb, you know, the messages that we are dissipating, you know, in terms of how we can benefit their business, right? So, so from that perspective, I feel PR has taken a completely different angle where we are using the internet as a medium, right? So right from starting from you know, the SEO, right? The keywords that we go and search for, you know, that's the beginning of the PR today, right? Which was not earlier probably, because whatever we create is basis our SEO keywords, basis the search engine optimization, right? And from there, you know, the second part comes the content marketing, right? So what needs to be created, what will be consumed, what is the kind of interest that the people that we want to reach out to, our customers, our most probable customers, what are they reading, what do they want to read, what are their business problems, right? So that's the second part of you know, the internet marketing that we have taken into account. And then finally comes you know, the creation of the PR articles and blogs and all of that, right? So I think today it's the whole creation of the PR, you know, the creation of the content has taken a completely different route vis-a-vis what we were doing earlier, you know, where the main focus was only on print. So today, you know, so that's how it has, what we have seen is at STT GDC India, as we are doing very specific location, right? So I'd like to share some real results with you, that through these digital efforts we have been, it has helped us to increase our brand visibility up to 60% during our campaigns. Because when we are doing the PR, we are dissipating into specific location, right? We are targeting very, very specific. Today, we use a lot of LinkedIn marketing. So when we dissipate the PR through the LinkedIn marketing also, in addition to, of course, you know, going and dissipating it through PR wire, etc. But when we are doing this, we are dissipating it through the LinkedIn, we are able to actually target very, very specific CIOs and the CXOs that we want to reach out to. So I think that has that was not there earlier, right? We were very dependent on just the print and the readership, right? So I think now today the readership also has changed, you know, with the emergence of so much of websites, and you know, the internet has actually changed the game altogether, and hence the reach. You know, so that's where I think I would say. And just to add to your point to you know, how we are making use of the digital communities,
especially, again, we have digital forums, that we have created. And essentially, even on the LinkedIn, you have specific vertical wise forums which we take advantage of, and it's working well. So that's how, I would
How
like
many
to.
of you remember the best man ad of Gillette? So somebody, you should go on to the, the search engines and look up this ad. So this was an ad where Procter and Gamble wanted to basically talk about how men should behave, or what men should do, and or act the right way. And all is this actually basically it was how there are various kinds of harassments that are there, and male bullying is there, the behavioral changes that happen, etc. But what it led to was the impact. There was a lot of conversation on Twitter, there was a lot of impact on social media, lots of relevant conversations were there. But the direct impact it had was you actually had men who would go ahead and conduct themselves not only in the right manner but also tell others how to behave. So that was a direct impact that you would have basis whatever these campaigns that they ran, and it was a great campaign. It was a 360 degrees campaign, so you can look it up on the internet and see how it was. But having said that, I will let Gulrez do the talking when it comes to building online presence and thought leadership. By the way, he does a lot of paid digital PR, and he has some great tools, lots of work that is there. So he can talk about how you can help organizations establish their online presence, role of content marketing. Today, at the end of the day, it's content marketing, it's emails, it is SEO, marketing techniques, all of that. So how do you integrate all of that and position brands as industry leaders, etc.? Over to you.
When it comes to online presence, I think it's a need of an hour. Like it's every business wants to grow. Like shoe shopper is also like wants to expand their business. So in digital there is a limitless. Customers are there in pan India. You must be shopping online. Every products are coming at home at online because of the online presence and technology that we make so online presence, like it is very important for every product or any services that are even let's talk to me like Teamology, we are into digital PR. We also do some of our online campaigns that also helps to get a reputation, get Google ranking. So digital PR something is a fusion of digital marketing and a traditional PR things. Because when it comes to digital marketing, like your stories that used to be go on newspaper, and now we are going through their digital portals, we have high authority websites. So there will be in normal PR you will get only stories and all, so only campaigns and all. But when it comes to digital PR, you will get a hyperlink, you will get a your own choice of anchor text that will drive traffic to your websites and also help you to position in a Google ranking at a great level.
Yeah,
that's
so
why you
these
must be heard.
backlinks, when if you have a credible website on which your story is there, backlinking to your website, I think that's what helps you or enhances your SEO and also your Google ranking.
Yes, yes. So when sometimes many brands like why my website is not ranking and news websites are ranking on Google. Maybe you do give me some task like you want to publish on Hindustan Times or India TV. So India TV has a great domain authority. So that's why their website is ranking above you. So when it's like a regular process, not an one time investment. Today you spend ₹1 lakh over backlinks and digital PR and things. So you will get a ranking. So it's a habit. That's why you must be heard. Many SEO campaigns are running through big publishers like Dentsu.
But I hear that Google and Wikipedia etc. is sieving through these paid kind of.
No, there are something if you get a sponsored hyperlink on a certain PR, on a piece of PR, then it will not recognize as an authentic PR, hyperlink. So there are two kinds of things, no follow hyperlinks are there, there is do follow hyperlinks are there. So it do follow gives you more authority and no follow less. But even if you take more things like do follow, then Google has a AI who recognize what are you doing, playing with their things. so they will shut the door. So you have to have like a great mixture of no follow links and do follow links. And again,
No follow and do follow.
do follow.
Okay, okay.
These are the link juice that Google algorithm crawl, and like it will give you
How
like.
many of you knew that? Are you all from Teamology? That is why.
Actually, Basha is my co-founder. Like we have a background of digital marketing. We have done tons of things and all. Recently, like we completed 3-4 SEO campaigns and all.
So all those in the PR community who want to enhance their strategies can go to Gulrez.
That's the integrated marketing, I guess. Thanks. So still, like most of the things, like most of the companies are spending, they have the separate budget for these digital PR when it comes. Like even big brands like Bajaj Finserv, you must be see Dabur. Yesterday I've seen in some newspaper, there is a quarter page, front page websites, a newspaper. I think it costs more than 10 lakh rupees for the outreach. But when it comes to digital things, we can, that much money, we can penetrate in every corner of the country and very specific target. Like suppose you are a piece of digital PR you have, and you want to penetrate your, you have analytics, on which state you have much business, you're doing bad in the shape or something.
So targeted approaching is possible.
Yeah, possible through digital PR. You have a page view commitments. Like if you want that, I want 10,000 views on that particular piece of article. You can contact publishers because they have a technology. And Mr. Faizan is also here from India TV. He can guide you more about that, about the page views and all. You can contact after.
Then we have Rahul here, who is basically going to talk about how the digital PR platform or PR tools have empowered and democratized the whole system. So over to you, Rahul.
Thank you. And very happy to be outnumbered by women on the dais. So I'm reminded of something that Maya Angelou said. She is a famous poet and activist. Feminist activist, very powerful one. And she said that people don't remember what you did for them, but people remember how you made them feel.
Yes.
So that is about digital PR. It makes you feel. And it is such an empowering tool that one is that you can't miss it. Anybody today saying that digital is the future has already missed the bus.
Yeah.
They'll have to run very fast to catch it. So if you have not missed the bus and still you're there, the fact is that it makes you feel it is very empowering. Empowering to the extent that it helps you buy a shirt of your choice. It also helps you change governments. You can change a government using digital PR because every individual, every citizen is reachable. You can directly engage with them. You can occupy, and this is a scary thought, that you can occupy their mind space, influence their decisions. So right from buying a shirt to changing governments, getting the laws changed, is about digital PR.
True.
Currently that we are talking about is, in the e-commerce sector. In fact, by 2030, the projections are that the e-commerce business alone will be $350 billion US, and that is about India.
No, so that's also how it is helping you get into lead generation. End of the day, how many of us were buying stuff on the e-commerce platforms 3 years ago to what it is today?
So digital PR is important not only for brands, commercial organizations and other organizations, but even political parties and social organizations who want to have a voice in the parliament, to having a reach to the innermost hinterland of the country. So that is the wide gamut and spectrum of things that you can do, which was not doable earlier. So every person, why is Narendra Modi government doing something which others are not able to, because they were ahead of the curve in catching the potential of digital PR.
True.
Others were far behind.
I think both our government as well as the US have used digital platforms very, very effectively in their campaigns.
In
and
fact,
also to reach out to the
potential of digital PR is largely untapped. And that is where I tell my peers, huge business.
No,
Yeah, yeah,
absolutely. If I may add, we work with a lot of internet brands, D2C brands, and there is a humongous scope to reach out to all of these
Can
audiences.
everybody hear Mitali?
Am I audible, guys? Okay, yeah, the table here says. So, interestingly, a lot of these brands that we are working with, we're seeing that the boundaries between the CMOs and the chief communication officers are kind of, diminishing. They work with limited budgets. Digital has empowered them to, truly drive ROI-driven campaigns. And just, what you were talking about earlier, Jyotsna, just the kind of, reach that you have through website that you can calculate, the engagement that you're able to drive on social, and of course, we drive digital PR with the, leveraging the power of storytelling as well. I think what the Modi government has been able to do, or the US
I
government
think
has been quite
identifying
impactful.
your target audience and then catering your communication strategies or content marketing that you do, catering to that target audience is what is most critical to that. And I think Rahul has brought up a very valid point in the sense that the power of digital PR is still, we have a long way to go as untapped. And I think in terms of changing governments, policies, etc., there's a huge scope, and it is being done at some point in time and at some level probably, but we are still at a very nascent stage when it comes to, obviously there are regulations also that we need to keep in mind. So I guess that's what it takes. But Mitali, over to you. End of the day, whatever conversation we do, whatever campaigns we do, how much content we push out, etc., end of the day, every brand, every business needs to know how they want to measure the success of the campaign. So we would want to understand from you, what are the tools that are there? How do we measure it? And measurability is not only to understand whether you've reached out to the right, whether you brought in a change in, impact that you've had on the campaign has had, etc., but also the intangible bits that was discussed in one of the sessions. How do you measure those? That will, that's what is important to a brand, that's what's important to a business.
Absolutely.
So the intangible bit, what is it that, or how is it that you can measure that would be great to understand from you.
No, absolutely. So, one of the things that most of the PR professionals here would be familiar with the Barcelona principle, right? So, of course, we follow the output, outcome, impact piece. But I think some of the intangibles that you spoke about, one of the things that we are particularly looking at, we are enabled by tools which all the digital platforms are offering, is essentially when we look at the brand perspective, am I being seen as a thought leader? Am I attracting the right talent? Has my retention rate improved? And then, of course, in the business output side of things, have my sales, improved? Am I getting new customers from different areas? So that's again something which we have to, at the agency side at least, we work closely with the client teams and their business teams to calculate some of these intangibles. And again, like you rightly said, things have changed. Long time back, PR was only about gauging perceptions and how we are influencing audiences. Right now, it is enabling us to also calculate how business is getting impacted.
So how many in this audience here today are from PR agencies? And you all use certain tools, right? So do you partner with people who have the tools or wherewithal to measure, or you still use column centimeters and reach? That is, I think the maximum that an agency does is, your ad equivalent that you take out and a PR equivalent together with reach that you take out. Is there anything else that you use? Anybody else, or who are the partners? So it will typically be a concept or an impact or
Meltwater, Viziki.
Yeah, Meltwater. Meltwater will give you the entire gamut and then you are sieving through all that data. But anybody using tools that are specific to measure the intangible bit that is there? Yeah. See, at the end of the day, I'm sure your brands, all the brands and the businesses that you work with would want to know the actual impact that's there.
We have one hand in the center.
He is part of?
Yeah.
Which agency are you from? Okay, all right. Yeah, so I think that's where we need to bring in a change. And I think at the end of the day, I would say when we want to drive home the point, it's digital PR obviously is a marketing tool here and it's going to stay. There's a lot that we need to do, significant impact that we need to create. But consistently, you know, how is it evolving? What is it? So as concluding remarks, if each of you can have your point of view on the impact that we think we can make.
Yeah, I think two things I would like to mention. See, one thing which we really struggle with is the website traffic. So with impactful PR, you know, that's the impact that we are actually getting in terms of getting the right people to come to the window. You know, I consider the website as the window through which I'm interacting with my stakeholders. And secondly is we are upping the level of the reputation positively. So I think those are the two super impacts which we are seeing, you know, versus the previous way of doing
and that
things.
is again tangible, which you can go back to your business house or the brand and say
Absolutely.
that this is the impact that, you know, you've done this campaign, this is the kind of traffic you've had on your website, and this is the immediate impact that you've had.
Exactly, because the website traffic converts.
So I'm sure the PR agencies will also be working with the social media teams, right? So do they
Yes.
have the capability to track this? Okay.
I think
Yeah, that's actually that's happening today. That's happening today with us.
There are some tools that you can monitor. It's like Google Analytics
Louder.
itself.
Can everybody hear Gulrez?
There are some tools like for like to track the website traffic. Your Google Analytics is the key one, the authentic one, because it gives you the exact rate, what keywords, what at what time, and what are the bounce rate you have, and where to you have to work, like on your content, or like it will help you to improvise your traffic, and as well as like the engaging content you are putting on your website.
Absolutely. The engagement can be measured.
Yes,
over a
and when
period
it
of
comes to
time.
social that you are asking for, that in social, like if you do some campaigns over like through influencers and all, you can ask them like what are the snapshot or what are the analytics of you for a particular post. Even if you go for a digital PR like through some publishers, they can give you the exact number of page views through their analytics, Google Analytics.
Great. I think we've spoken about measurability and how digital is now all pervasive. What I recommend to brands is use it to build brand trust. I think that's going to take you a long way.
I think brand trust is one of the most important things that you can build through.
Absolutely.
Yes, over to you.
I think the way things are changing, it is very difficult to keep pace with that. It is not only technology. Because of technology, the mindsets are changing. And mindsets are changing not only at the society and community level, but at the individual level. So the choices are changing. And they are changing so fast that I think as practitioners of digital PR, we will have to lose a lot of the PR baggage that comes with it. And unless we do that, I think while it is an empowering tool for the rest of the world, we ourselves will be left with a lot of things to unlearn.
Yeah, I think a well thought through PR strategy is what is going to stand you or is going to distinguish you from your competition, be it your reputation, be it your SEO, be it your global ranking, all of that. So that's what we need to focus on. Thanks everyone.
Thank you.
I can see people fidgeting a lot. Thanks again. Thank you.